And not losing money is the key to making money.
Welcome to Digital Marketing in 5, where we're going to try to make a lot of sense out of the things we saw on the internet this week. If you've been online, you may have seen this tweet from Taylor Holiday.
Well, two things. One is they have an incredible feature of downside protection, which is that in the event that the model says that you cannot generate the outcome that you want, the efficiency target that you need, it will not spend. And not losing money is the key to making money. Okay. The way that you get better return on your investment is to not lose money, to not run bad spend. And so it is really, really critical to hedge your downside in advertising. And the machine can do that for you. It will just not deliver if you're not going to get the result that you want.
So what Taylor's basically talking about here is something called cost caps. And Taylor isn't wrong here about the point he's making. And he goes on to say, zero spend is a feature, not a bug. Okay, so let's unpack this, because this is going to be fun. Now, I would say that there is a very common thread of selfish myopathy that is seen by a lot of Facebook media buyers these days. And to be fair, it's been going on for a long time, and I was absolutely victim to it when I started. 10 years ago when I was spending $1 million a day, I thought that what I saw in the Facebook Ads Manager was the truth of what was going on in a business. However, we know that that's not even close to true. So let's unpack this further. Facts! Facebook is ultimately there to amplify the business model, and when it's best used is ultimately providing a greater opportunity to far more efficient channels, because Facebook, let's face it, isn't the most efficient thing out there. You might have other channels like search and community and CRM and even just organic direct. So while Taylor says not spending is a feature, not a bug, I would say dramatically reducing the opportunity of far more efficient channels to generate far more revenue at a much greater profit just to protect the Facebook report is probably not good for your bottom line. I don't want to do damage to the P&L just to make the Facebook marketer feel good about their report. Ultimately, cost caps force this conversation that is an incredibly disingenuous corollary made to commission-based advertising. The problem here is that Facebook is a dynamic game theory economy that ultimately has fluctuating quality, volume, and efficiency on a daily basis and is truly measured by its ability to amplify the business model, not take credit for every single sale that happens in the business. Now, why this is important is because cost caps, yes, they work great. What's one of their secret weapons? Well, they usually target people in mid and bottom funnel. Why? Because you're gonna get those sales for cheap. Why? Well, because those people are also already searching for you, and they're probably in your email flows, and they're probably already in consideration, and that sale is more likely to be attributed to other channels in your report as well. Now, before we go too far, I know you probably got Triple Whale or North Beam or High Roast, God forbid, and you're saying, well, I know what ad drove that sale. Do you? Really? Do you know what ad made the entire customer journey happen based on the absolute last click? No, you don't. Taylor even agrees with me. Later on, he says, the real attribution is from Finaloop, and attribution itself is nonsense. So I said, do you still support cost caps? And he says, yup. So let's unpack what's really going on here with a real world example. Let's say your CPM is $20 and your daily budget is $1,000. Now, in Taylor's dream world, you would see a 2x ROAS on your Facebook ad spend, and on some days that might only be on $50 because Facebook is doing you a solid and only spending $50 on people who are probably likely to convert on other channels anyway, so that revenue you're making isn't even really incremental 2x ROAS. It might be break even. Now, where I'm coming from, I would much rather spend 20 times more money to amplify the revenue that's going to come from email, from search, from organic, from my community. Channels where the ROI is much better than Facebook will ever be. Look, your worst day on search or email is probably better than your best day on Facebook could ever possibly be. Because we're not focusing that money on people who are already mid or bottom funnel. The sales that we're gonna get off that $1,000 spend is far more incremental. Because instead of trying to steal credit for sales that are probably already gonna happen, we're gonna reach 20 times more people on a daily basis that are more likely to be top of funnel. And we're gonna do so in a way where the sales we see from Facebook when we break even on $1,000 versus getting a 2x on 50 is far more likely to be from folks who weren't already in the funnel, because we're not using a Facebook ad product that massively over indexes on trying to get the best customer who's already mid or bottom funnel to begin with. So the TLDR, yes, Taylor's right. If you want your Facebook ad report to look good and get you the best possible ROAS so that you don't waste money, absolutely use cost caps right up until the point where they can't spend anymore because they've drained the funnel completely dry and you've created ad fatigue that was completely unnecessary, and ultimately you go out of business. Or you can look at Facebook, like Taylor says, where attribution is nonsense, and ultimately look at it as a way to amplify a business model by dramatically improving the volume and quality of traffic going to far more efficient channels. From a business perspective, what you should be caring about isn't the vanity report from a Facebook marketer. It should be revenue, cash flow, funnel growth, and predictability of those results, and the stability of the quality and volume of those results. So not only can you handle inventory concerns, but you can also work on effectively managing other things that are far more important to your business, like CRO, email flows, upsells, and everything else that goes into the customer and the LTV. So, yes, Taylor's right, but he's wrong about everything. And to be fair, I did tweet at Taylor, hey, I'd love to hop on camera. And I'm pretty sure he saw it. And no, I've got no response. That's been going on for over a year. So you want to have a conversation? We're going to let the people see it anyway. And with that being said, if you found this information valuable, please don't be afraid to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any of this other stuff. And next week, we're going to be covering something I saw on Limited Supply with Nick Sharma and Moise Ali. And let's just say this, there's a metric that far too many people care about, but the best folks, including my friend Dylan Ander, will give it the middle finger. Come back next week to see what your KPI is on your landing page optimization that's actually destroying your bottom line. It's gonna be fun. Until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Bye.